takes is one bad day. That's how far the world is from where I am. Just one bad day.
Joker is not a superhero movie. It's not an anti-hero movie. Hell, it's barely a comic book movie. It's something more. A character study. It's a deep dive into the mind of a mentally ill man who's been rejected from the world, not given proper help, and is left with nothing to lose. Now, this video isn't condoning Arthur Flex's actions. The movie made sure to point out that Arthur isn't the hero, or is even doing something for the greater good. Rather, this video is about how the people around Arthur and the subsequent decisions that he made led him down this dark path with no return, and how there's a sad truth to this movie. What is up, YouTube? My name is Gio, and today we're going to be discussing the real tragedy behind the Joker.
I was a little boy and told people I was going to be a comedian. Everyone laughed at me. Well, no one's laughing now.
You can say that again, pal.
Something Joker does that many movies about comic book characters don't is not painting the world in black and whites. Not everyone is pure good or pure evil. They all dance in the grays of morality, which makes it so that there isn't one person or thing to blame for Arthur's fall into madness. It's a domino effect of many people's actions, including his own, that led him down this path. The people at his work try to help him, but just as quickly will stab him in the back. His therapist gives him someone to talk to, but just goes through the motions and doesn't really listen to Arthur. His mother has her own mental bondings that's preventing her from being the emotional rock that Arthur needed, no matter how much she says she loves her son. Arthur himself just wants to make the world laugh and see others smile, but is broken down every time he tries to lift himself up. And when he does manage to do so, he can't separate reality from fantasy. This leads him to act irrationally, which pushes him closer to the edge with every bad decision. However, there is a common theme with the events that led to Arthur's mental breakdown.
Are you having any negative thoughts? All I have are negative thoughts.
The sad thing is that Arthur's turn into the Joker could have been avoided. There's so many steps that, if taken, could have changed the course of his life. His co-workers could have had his back instead of selling him out. His therapist could have actually internalized what he was saying, really look into his mental illness, or even just try to give actual solutions instead of expecting things to eventually get better. And maybe if the world didn't just see him as someone to laugh at or joke about, Arthur's future could have been changed. All these factors created a toxic environment. We saw as things got worse and worse in his reality, he dived deeper and deeper into his fantasy. He slowly starts to rely on this fantasy to be the only joy in his life. And when everything around you is falling apart, and there is only one place you could go to get some kind of joy in life, you're going to try and get there. And for some, they'll do whatever it takes to never leave. Arthur is one of those people. Once he stopped taking his meds and cut off any other emotional connection he had, everything felt brighter. Nothing and no one was going to hurt him, because he hurt them first. Again, I'm not condoning anything Arthur does in this movie. His way to deal with his pain is shown to be self-destructive and only causes more harm. However, I believe it's important to look at the downfall, the causes, the actions, the environments, everything. Because the movie shows us someone who believes they have lost everything and thought the only way to feel better was to take it out on others. Does that sound familiar? The true tragedy of Joker is that anyone can become the Joker.
What made you what you are? Girlfriend killed by the mob, maybe? Brother carved up by some mugger? Something like that, I know. Because something like that happened to me.
I think many of us can look back on a time where we felt lost, that everything and everyone was against us, a point in time where you felt truly alone. Many get to that point, a lot get better, some don't, and others get worse. Arthur Fleck didn't just become the Joker out of nowhere. it was a snowball effect that was only accelerated due to his mental health. But all it took was one bad day. One bad day, one bad week, one bad month can be all it takes to drive someone truly mad. However, it doesn't have to. You see, one thing I think is important that the movie made sure to point out is Arthur's lack of a support system and his own lack of self-worth. He didn't have people around him that had his best interest at heart, people that truly cared for him. He had no one to help him up when he fell. It's the sad reality of life that there aren't always going to be someone that's going to help you up. But that doesn't mean all is lost. Yes, times are going to get tough. You may feel trapped, that there's no other way. But there always is. There will always be someone out there that will care for you and wants to see you succeed and will help you learn to love yourself. No matter how loud those voices in your head are telling you to give up, no one cares for you, no one loves you, you need to know that those voices are wrong. You're stronger than that. You are worth more than you think you are. And there are people out there that do truly care for you. Joker is a cautionary tale of a mentally ill man with no self-worth who lost everything he thought he cared about and went down a very dark path as a result. Anyone can become the Joker, but that doesn't mean they have to. If you see someone that is going through something, whether it be a family member, a friend, or someone you barely know, talk to them or just listen. Be there for them and let them know that things will get better. Maybe not today or next week or even next month, but they will. Let them know that there are people out there that care for them and believe in them, that they're worth more than they give themselves credit for. Anyone can become the Joker, but no one has to, because we can all help.
If you just